Welcome back. The FBI is increasing its reward for any information leading to finding Nancy Guthrie. The new reward, $100,000, releasing new images and information of the type of backpack the man in the video was wearing on her porch from the doorbell footage released earlier this week. The FBI Phoenix Bureau writing on X that the suspect is described as a male, approximately 5'9" or 5'10" feet tall, with an average build. In the video, he's wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker backpack. This, as TMZ obtained new video yesterday of a man from February 1st, roughly 5 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. He is seen trying to enter a locked gate with a similar backpack to that seen on Guthrie's doorbell footage. Officials have not confirmed this is the man seen in the video as a suspect, but they're taking a deep dive, of course, into all leads. Joining me now is retired FBI Supervisory Special Agent Jason Pack. Jason, thanks very much for being here. What is your main takeaway on this story right now? What would the FBI be looking at right now?
Good morning, ma'am. I think the priority one are these backpacks and these pieces of evidence that we've seen in that video. Likely the FBI's Phoenix division is in contact with big box stores and retailers in that area and with their corporate security offices to see exactly who may have purchased these types of items in the past several weeks, and particularly of interest if they purchased 2 or 3 things together, if they purchased a ski mask together, if they purchased a backpack together. That's going to help investigators even narrow it down more so. So hopefully they are on to that today, and you'll see more of the canvassing out there publicly as well, I believe.
Yes, we are waiting for more information. I was sure that we were close, the FBI was close on cracking this case when they released that video. Todd Pyro, you've been doing a lot of work on this as well. We are entering day 13. Yeah. No sign of Nancy Guthrie.
And I've spoken with our guest frequently on my show. He does a great job. So, Jason, I want to ask you about something specific. Neighbors, in addition to being asked for this universe of video over the course of a month, are being asked for very, very specific dates. 9 p.m. to midnight on January 11th, between 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. on January 31st. Jason, in your experience, why would you be asking for those specific timeframes that are very, very tight, very, very specific, unless you were trying to insinuate that they believe that this woman, Nancy Guthrie, had her home cased?
Good morning, Todd. Good to see you over here, too. It seems like that they have a specific data point. Maybe they've gotten a few tips from several people, not just one, but 2 or 3, saying they may have seen this particular vehicle. So there is urgency to find this vehicle to see if it's related at all. And you're right. Things are sometimes not what they seem, but in some cases, when people plan to do these things, they're going to come by and take a look and see what the landscape's like, figure out how to get out of there, figure out the best way to get in. So this is a lead that's important for them today, too, to figure out. And I know it's very, very laborious process to go through all this video. So I think as quickly as folks there can provide them this video, it's going to help them narrow down that timeline even more.
Well, are you surprised that we haven't been able to zero in on where is Nancy Guthrie? What are your thoughts in terms of whether she's still in the area under their noses or even over the border in Mexico?
Well, that's a great question, Maria. And the good news is that you don't have to just do one or the other. FBI agents and the Pima County Sheriff's Office have dedicated teams to each of those possibilities. We've seen these digital billboards go up throughout the region, signifying because of the time that's passed, she could be anywhere. The FBI's legal attaché office there in Mexico City, they have border liaison agents. They're engaged along with the U.S. Border Patrol. So I think they have be on the lookout at all levels, whether it's in Pima County, whether it's more regionally or anywhere in that area. So I think that you don't have to limit yourself to where she might be one place or the other. They're going to take everything into consideration here.
And what are your thoughts after 12 days going on to day 13 right now in terms of Nancy Guthrie?
Well, the most important thing is to find Miss Nancy. And I think every agent, every deputy that gets up every day and motivated to go to work wants to do just that. And I think these processes they have in place are designed to do that. And as each day passes, it does get more urgent and more concerning. Let's be clear about that. But I think you'll see the men and women double down deep and do the best that they can to find that. And I think we'll see hopefully a resolution with this case shortly. It just takes one tip from the public, and as soon as that tip comes in, it'll help further that case down the road.
All right, which is why they upped the ante here and are offering a $100,000 reward for any information leading to Nancy Guthrie. Jason, thank you. Jason Pack, we got a better than expected consumer price index, a market that has come off of the lows, and a lot to talk about on the other side of this break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.